What's up, people? Today we're gonna react to film theory how Batman destroyed Gotham. What the fuck is up with that, niggas? I did that out because people don't like me saying nigga, and I said that again. Oh my god. Okay, so without any further ado, let's do this shit.
Hello Internet, welcome to Film Theory, where today's episode is gonna get real. Not like Hellman's Mayo real, I mean comic book movies getting real. Seriously, even though it seems like it really shouldn't matter whether comic book superhero movies are realistic, it's been all the rage for literally the last decade. And at the center of it all is Batman. Or should I say, Batman. That's right, gritty realism has been right next to the batarangs and grappling hook on Batman's tool belt ever since Christopher Nolan's Dark Knight trilogy took superhero movies from this to this.
Yeah. I swear, oh my god, he's absolutely right on that point, man.
I love the Dark Knight trilogy.
Gotham is yours.
Well, most of it anyway. Because, simply put, for being the films that defined what realism means in comic book movies, the ending has a huge mistake. A mistake that puts Batman's hero status into serious question.
What are you talking about? I love the Dark Knight Rises, bro. What the fuck?
At the end of the movie, Batman stands victorious. Bane has been defeated and Talia al Ghul has died her, dramatic death.
The way she died was actually fucking dumb. It was like, I'm dead now. Fucking fuck me.
As the timer ticks down, Batman rushes to fly the bomb out over the water to a safe distance where it explodes. City saved. Batman is a hero. Except that's actually not what would happen. If the movie was truly adhering to realism as strictly as Christopher Nolan intended, Batman would actually have failed in his attempt to save the city. Let's look at the facts. So even though the Bat Bomb is smaller than, say, the bomb dropped on Hiroshima, inside the blast radius, uncontrollable radiation would make it much more deadly. So how big exactly is that blast radius? Well, the movie actually tells us that it's 6 miles, or about 12 kilometers, so we know how far we need to get the bomb away from every other person to avoid major casualties. The end of the movie is trying to do this when we see Batman tow the bomb out to sea with his Batcopter thing, but there are a lot of problems here. The first and most important is time. Let's break it down. When Batman attaches a harness to the bomb, we see that it has 1 minute and 57 seconds left before detonation.
So what are you trying to say? I mean, the Batcopter can't go fucking 6 miles in 75 seconds? Well, I think he can do that.
How long does it take him to get out of the city? Factoring in only the time we see him flying on the screen, it takes him 38 seconds to get out of Gotham. Based on all these factors, and with the odds heavily stacked in his favor, the Batcopter would be able to fly only 3.1 miles away from the city before detonating over the water. Looking back at what the movie tells us about the blast radius, 6 miles, it's clear that Batman can't make it out far enough to even save Gotham from the basic blast. If we basically ignore the laws of physics to make all this happen, you come out with a different distance. Batman would be able to travel, drumroll please, 6.1 miles offshore.
See? All in all, in the end, he's Batman.
The Batman bomb is a dirty bomb, and that means you need to factor in radiation.
Oh snap!
Remember, there are a lot more factors in a dirty bomb than a regular explosion. There's the fireball, which is what creates the mushroom cloud that we associate with all the old footage of nuclear bombs. Then there's the physical blast radius, which is the actual shock wave that blasts through buildings and breaks glass. And finally, there's the nuclear fallout, which can travel massive distances and cause damage for years, decades to come. So what happens? At 3.1 miles offshore, buildings in Jersey City, Brooklyn, and Staten Island would instantly collapse.
What? What? Oh my god!
Our model does show that almost 6,000 people are going to die immediately, with another 245,000 people being injured from collapsed buildings and radiation. The most famous devastating nuclear explosions, like the one in Hiroshima, didn't happen with the bomb on the ground. It happened when the bomb exploded 600 meters above ground level.
What? Are you fucking shitting me? How the Okay. Okay. Okay.
According to this simulation, even structures that weren't destroyed would take damage. As far as Queens and northern Manhattan, all the windows and car windshields in lower Manhattan would break, the Empire State Building would literally sway, and the Chrysler Building would have floors of broken glass. People would die across 3 boroughs of the city. And believe me, I'm not saying any of this lightly. This is incredibly scary stuff.
Fuck me!
That radiation is going to contaminate the ocean for years, and with it all sea life, which will eventually make its way back to humanity. But what we're most interested in is the wind. The wind is a whole nother story.
Oh my god. This guy takes it to some other level, dude.
And don't think you'll escape it by taking a weekend at the Hamptons, because this stuff can literally last for years. Cancer rates in the city would potentially skyrocket from the air and radioactive drinking water, and child birth defects would show up all over Manhattan. Not that you'd be able to get out of the city anyway. Remember, in this scenario, there are no bridges intact out of the city, and no way to evacuate Manhattan. Everyone is gonna be there stuck in lockdown, in a radioactive field for weeks. Believe it or not, all of this could have been avoided.
I think it could have been avoided when if he would just go fucking up, flew his way up in the air.
So let's say that instead of wasting time that could have been spent, you know, disposing of a massive nuclear bomb, Batman actually, I don't know, did his job and used all that time to haul away the bomb a little bit further. Now he has a whole other 42 seconds to travel at top speed in the Batcopter. So bringing back our first model, he now has 81 seconds over the water, more than double what he was doing before. Doing the math, that would put Batman safely at 6.6 miles away from the coast, now outside the blast radius with room to spare. In this scenario, Batman almost clears the outer boroughs, and we still have about 1,000 casualties, but deaths have been reduced by 75%. Injuries are reduced 83% to about 24,000, which is still a lot, but it's happening in boroughs that are much easier to evacuate and keeps Manhattan almost completely intact. If we give him our super scenario where he isn't slowed down at all, he can actually get a whopping 9.5 miles away, well out into the ocean, where yes, the bomb is still gonna take out a lot of fish, but humanity will actually be saved with 0 casualties and no injuries based on the model.
But wait a second, what if this Batman guy just go up as fast as he can because he's Batman and he can do shit? I think that would be a different kind of scenario, you know, if you just go up instead of going straight or left or right or whatever, just go fucking up as fast as he can. I don't know, yeah, that'll be a whole different scenario. A whole different scenario. I think you're forgetting one thing, bro. He's Batman. You can't mess with the Batman. Whatever he does it right. I'm out of here. Let's do this shit next time. So stay safe, people.